Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm MrTieDye and today we're going to work on a tapestry. I've had a few requests for this. I've done the rainbow diamond design. I did a discharge on a black tee and I dyed just a regular white tee in that design, but I've had a few requests of how to do it on a tapestry. So that's what we're going to do today. The first thing, on a t-shirt, basically I'm just kind of folding it in half and then just doing the zigzag pattern up the tee. That gives me kind of a nice spacing. On the bigger tees I might do one extra fold in there. So that's part of the thing, is figuring out how many times to fold it, and then also the angle, how many lines you draw on. If you draw too many lines on back and forth like this here, really short lines instead of nice steeper angles, then you create little skinny diamonds. One way to kind of show that, I've done a couple pieces of paper here. I folded them up in the same way. I folded them up in quarters, and then this one here, I measured my paper. It's 5 inches long, and every inch I made a mark and drew a line. And this one here, I measured it and I did every half inch, so I got twice as many lines. And then once I drew the lines on, then I cut part of it to just simulate folding it up and dyeing it. So if you were to fold these lines and dye along these lines, then this is the pattern you're going to get. We open that up and you can see these nice diamond shaped patterns here. Let me just highlight the center one. Nice diamond shaped designs on there, however you dye it up. If you fold it up the same way, the same number of folds, but do more of the zigzags on it. This one's a little trickier, but you can, once you get it open, this is a nice way that you can kind of test out a design before you actually fold up a tapestry and dye it, is if you just kind of make those same lines. So now here you can see I have these flat wide triangles, tall ones. So you can kind of change the shape just by depending on how many lines you draw. So let's get on to the tapestry now. So what I have done is I have folded this tapestry into quarters. So the same way, I folded it in half, and then I folded one side back, the other side under. So that's all I did with the tapestry, the same thing. So here's one side here, there's the middle, and there's the other side. And then I measured this out. This is about 42 3/4 inches, whatever. So I divided that by 8, or by 5, because I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. I don't know if you can see all the lines. Yes. So I have 5 lines. So I divided 43 by 8. And that gave me 8.5 inches. So then every 8.5 inches, I drew a line from here to here. So 8.5 inches. That gave me my lines. Now we're just going to fold those. So I like to just do pleats. Okay, and I like to end my folds where the end of the line that I'm folding along, which was this one, is on the downward side, and that just makes it easier for the transition to this other side here, where I can just pick this line up and just line it right up with that one. So I just kind of twist the fabric a little bit, line that up, and now I'm folding along this new line. And in this process, all of these lines, all of these pleats that I had folded out with this first line, they're now going to get wrapped around this corner here. So as you pleat the next bit of the line, I like to just get in there with my finger, or if you can't get your finger in there, use a cuticle pusher, but just something to kind of straighten those folds out. because each time you fold, you're going to have a new U-turn, basically. So all of these creases that were going out straight this way, they're now folding back and doing this little U-turn. So the more time you spend straightening those out, the better your design is going to come out. And sometimes it's not completely even. I'm a little bit off there, but that's still close enough that I can maneuver this around. The other option that I can do is go back, just let go a couple of these pleats and change the height just a little bit to make it line up. But this one here, I'm just going to line that up and just join it right in there. Once you fold that down, then you can line yourself back up on your next line. And then, like I say, it's just a matter of working your fabric around, just making sure that this line is nice and lined up with the rest of these. And then on this side, you're going to do all of these pleats that are going to fold back around the corner here each time you fold up a new line. Okay, now once I have that all tied up here, I like to get a little bit of kite string on there just to hold things together, and then I'll go through and kind of adjust all of my pleats a little bit. So right now I'm just kind of loosely wrapping this up. I'll tie a little bit tighter after I have adjusted things. So that's just to hold things in place here, and now I can adjust this. There is my tapestry with the diamond fold on it. So now we're going to get some gloves on and we'll put some dye on this thing. Okay, so I'm going to dye this up in rainbow colors. So I've already got my 6 colors here. I'm using fuchsia, deep orange, lemon yellow, emerald green, turquoise, and plum. So I'm just going to dye this up in a DNA fashion. Alright, so the main thing I like to start with is the center of the tapestry and then kind of go out from there. So we're going to go with turquoise right down the middle. Okay, so now we flipped it over, and what I'm going to do, I know before I kind of jump back and forth, I was just going with the orders of the colors as I spread out from the middle, but this time I'm going to start at one end and work to the other. And since this end has green on it, I'm going to move all my colors one space this way. So instead of starting with green, like is here, I'm going to start with the turquoise, which is this space one over. And that way that all of my colors will shift. That's what the DNA is all about. Alright, there's the rainbow diamond design on a tapestry. So now I'm going to let this batch for 48 hours and you'll see the results here in about 2 seconds. Please like, share this video, and have a wonderful day. Peace, love, light, and laughter. Welcome to Hippie Christmas with MrTieDye. So we're going to get this rainbow diamond tapestry opened up. Yeah, some nice color going on in there. So let's get set up and open this up. is the rainbow diamond pattern on a tapestry. Thank you for watching. I'll have this up in about 2 seconds. Peace, love, light, and laughter.